It's the NFL on EA Sports, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Miami Dolphins and the Baltimore Ravens, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Today, two AFC teams set to do battle. It should be a good one, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. But Charles, this Ravens team been so successful in recent years, 10 or more wins, and for the last... Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. Breaks through the contact. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Ravens offense set to go to work, and it's Lamar Jackson now in his 6th NFL campaign who will lead the way.
And he remains the league's premier rushing threat and one of the biggest playmakers among quarterbacks. His goal each and every season, continue to expand his game as a passer and become well-rounded. All those highlight reel plays you see, they come off the fact that he can run it, throw it, and scares defenses every time he takes a snap.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. That's quite a way to start this football game on the ground. Right away, they're almost near midfield.
And that run, whether you're for this team or against them, it brings you out of your seat, doesn't it? Because that's an exciting way to get things rolling. Now you got to hunker down on defense and not permit another first down run.
On the tackle there, Zach Sealer out of Ferris State.
At the Dolphins' 42-yard line.
On second down, it's Edwards. But now he appears to be in some pain. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. To throw is Jackson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And that'll bring up fourth down on the big sack with a loss of 5. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. Tucker's kick is good, and the Ravens strike first at 3's in. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
This taken in right around the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Dolphins set to go on offense for the first time behind their 25-year-old quarterback, now in his 4th NFL season, Tua Tagovailoa.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure, and he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week. That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Tagovailoa going to try and throw on third down. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
Pulled in at the 24. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and the Ravens, they'll take over. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Hill. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
And they run with Edwards off the option. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. It's complete left side to Aguilar. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that will bring up second down. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
And he will have the Ravens first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. I have to imagine many defensive coordinators had a sleepless night trying to game plan ways to slow down Lamar Jackson. What do you think is the most effective way to try to do it?
Well, you got to be a little counterintuitive because normally you're sitting on the wide receiver 1, aren't you? But with Lamar Jackson, I'd sit on the tight end. He loves to throw into the middle of the field, loves that position as his #1 target. Take that away and hope you have a corner who can stand up man-to-man against a speed guy on the perimeter.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Here's Jackson to throw. Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. And all the way in for the Ravens. Touchdown. Rashad Bateman, 44 yards. As his guys are able to extend their lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's Rashad Bateman who finished it all off with a touchdown. So an early 10-0 lead for him now as they kick it away. Braxton Berrios now from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. So Miami coming out for their second drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And going deep for Hill. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
Here's Tua. And going deep for Hill. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown Dolphins. Tyreek Hill, 75 yards. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games, is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize, but when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, that's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch, take it to the house. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Hill shedding the tackle, and he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. Good drive last time, really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why?
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Hey, you are X.
Now an option play on second down. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. He lost 4 there, and it's third down. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their third drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown, and their last time out looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Good yardage there on first down, exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
2 of his throws taken in by Waddle. And Waddle going to have a Dolphins first down as he'll get the ball down inside the 30. A give left side. Here's Achane. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. And they'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert, a 16-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Raheem Mostert. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Returning it, Justice Hill. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says exactly.
There he goes, right side. He's on his way. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. It's a scintillating run by Lamar Jackson, and the Ravens have regained the lead. Well, we've certainly seen this before, CD. No one can quite electrify a crowd like Lamar Jackson, and really don't know what else to say other than that was special right there.
I think you pretty much said it all, but I go back to what you said about electrifying a crowd. He's also electrifying us, and we're calling the game. This guy's simply sensational.
Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 17-14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Speedster Raheem Mostert and the rest of this offense out to start the drive. They'll be looking to get in the end zone again. Had the touchdown, as you see, last drive on 4 carries. And during the break, we were looking at some of the replays from the previous drive. Really good holes created, great space.
Yeah, I like the observation you had, though, during that break about, okay, they've got to do something to slow down their runners. So is it bringing in more defensive linemen? Is it dropping in extra linebackers? What are you going to do? Personally, I'm going to take my safety and...
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown. Tyreek Hill. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. It didn't take too long for them to get that lead right back, did it?
No, it certainly didn't, and it's got to be just a bit demoralizing. You're charged up, you take the lead, you send your defense out, and guess what? One play later, you're right back in a position of having to go down the field and score again.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that will make this a 4-point game.
Ravens 17.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Taken at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. He has certainly made the most of his catches so far, both of them going for touchdowns here in half number 1.
And we've never met a team that doesn't talk about getting off to a fast start and featuring guys that they want to have the ball early. We're seeing both of those come into play here. Off to an incredible start, got their feature guy going, and now everyone else should have opportunities.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 2. Once again, it's Mostert. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a 1st down. They ran it and picked it up.
All right, let's go.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get...
And he's going to be taken down. Back around the 35-yard line. Patrick Queen in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So here's a 3rd and 14. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
Ravens 17. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. The return man is Hill. Returning it, Hill. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, here's Edwards. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. And here comes Raheem Mostert in the Miami offense. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown. Tyreek Hill on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead is up to 18 now.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And able to get this out to the 25. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. But Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw is on target to Likely. Now they got to get to the line quickly. On 3rd down, Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And here comes Berrios. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now we get Tyreek Hill and the rest of the Miami offense back out there. He might be on his way to a record-setting performance. So good here. We're only in the second quarter.
And it's so interesting when we watch these types of days unfold for a receiver because they need a quarterback throwing it accurately, people to block for the quarterback, so many other variables. But, boy, he's getting it done, and in a big way. Right now, he wants to rock on every snap.
Yeah, he's counting his yards in the hundreds, not the tens.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case,
it's caught inside the 25. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
First down, Miami.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Tua going to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. Touchdown, Dolphins. Durham Smythe, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the rout is on here in this first half.
Ravens 17. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Justice Hill on the return.
The Raven offense going to take over late in this first half. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half. Jackson on first down. A short one there, caught by Likely. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. Play action. Now Jackson. His throw incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Justin Tucker on for the field goal. A 61-yard attempt.
Tucker's kick is good, and they're back within 3 scores as it's now a 22-point game. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
This taken in at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Come on, two.
Tua, a final shot before half. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Sorry, Coach. We'll catch up with you after the game. We're going to skip through halftime here and headed back to the field for the third quarter. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. What a game for him, Charles. 4 touchdowns. Heck, for a lot of guys, that's a good season number.
You're exactly right. And let's face it, we have to stand up and applaud this one, even though we're supposed to be neutral, because this doesn't just happen by accident. This isn't 4 times where the defense just falls down or breaks coverage. He's worked awfully hard, changing routes, changing areas, changing angles, and getting open for touchdowns.
We knew he'd be part of the game plan in a big way, and it has been in a very big way. Second down, here's Mostert again. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a third and about 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On third down, here comes Mostert. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 79 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
First down, Dolphins.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. He works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
On second down, Mostert. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
A run with Mostert up the middle. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
First down, Miami.
Let's go.
A run straight ahead with Achane. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Stopped in his tracks and given a loss on that play by Patrick Queen. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
They'll try it now with Mostert. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. The Dolphins can't convert on fourth down. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. They'll run with Edwards here to begin the drive. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Here's Edwards again on second down. And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34.
Holding offense.
So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
Jackson's throw pulled in by Aguilar. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play. Back now in Baltimore. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Jackson now. That is caught, and he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one good for 24 yards. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times. Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. To throw again is Jackson. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Ravens 1st down. And they pick it up rather easily. A gain of 9 on 4th and 2.
First down. First and 10 at the 28.
Now Jackson. To the right side, into the hands of Flowers. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another 1st down.
Baltimore Ravens.
From the gun, Jackson. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passing we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Jackson. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Isaiah Likely. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Hey, middle.
They'll try and run it here. And he is going to get in there for the 2 points to make this a 12-point game. Needed a couple yards for the 2-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass. So you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Now we get Tyreek Hill and the rest of the Miami offense back out there. All right, how has he done it? 4 touchdowns in this contest. He's been around the end zone in particular, pretty much uncoverable.
And you know that I typically take things from a defensive perspective. I'm not going to do that this time. Let's just praise him. My goodness, 4 receiving touchdowns means he's been a variety of coverages throughout this game because they're not just letting him run scot-free. They're trying their best to shut him down, and he's shredding them.
I got to be honest, I want to see 5. No, you want to see 5? I mean, we're not supposed to be biased, but...
We're not rooting. Just in the interest of the game, let's go ahead and see 5.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do late game.
And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taken right around the 44. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
They set up the screen to Hill. And he's got this down to the 35. And quickly they get to the line. Now Jackson on 1st down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got him this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. A short one there, caught by Likely. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just let him bleed the game out that way.
And he'll be taken down with a 1st down as they get about 14 out of that one, and we go to the 2-minute warning. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. On target to his man, Likely. 2nd and 6 coming up.
4 yards on the pickup.
Throwing, Jackson. Touchdown! Nelson Aguilar from yards out. And the Ravens have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Important extra point up and through. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Miami set to take over. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. On second down, a run by Achane. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock. To throw is Tua. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now fourth down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens, here they come. Down by 7, a little over 80 ticks to go. Needing to go pretty much the length of the football field, as they have it 1st and 10. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Jackson to throw. Connecting with Aguilar. Nice move. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Jackson throwing out left and finding Likely. Now 2nd and 4. Jackson to the sideline and incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play. Now Jackson. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. And Charles, in this one, the fourth quarter became a lot more interesting, I know, than I anticipated. Probably you anticipated. A comeback bid falling just a little bit short.
You're never supposed to count a team out, and I know we didn't on air, but mentally, I just didn't see this type of a comeback, especially one that put them in a position to put the real pressure on them down the stretch.
So that'll just about do it.